Two people talking across time, across cities, and through that talking, all the conversations, we see the anatomy of intimacy. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vyoma. Today I wanted to talk about something quiet but powerful. Something that lives in long conversations, awkward pauses, stared glances, silences, and often have to say more than words. I'm talking about human connection and how beautifully the Before Trilogy depicts it. They don't follow a dramatic arc. There are no grand gestures, no heroes, no villains, no dramatic love stories. What they give us instead is truth. Two people talking across time, across cities, and through that talking, all the conversations, we see the anatomy of intimacy. So let's dive more into this. Let's begin with Before Sunrise. Celine and Jesse, they are the two main characters in this movie, and they meet on a train to Vienna, and on impulse, they decide to get off the train and spend the night walking and talking. No agenda, no certainty, just the now, the spontaneity. It's one of the most sincere explorations of presence that I have seen on films. They are not trying to impress each other, they are simply trying to understand each other. They talk about a variety of things. They talk about history and culture and stories, and they end up learning a lot about each other. There's this line that Celine says in the movie: if there's any kind of magic in this world, it must be in the attempt of understanding someone else, sharing something. It's one of the most beautiful lines I've heard, actually, because connection doesn't always come from shared history. It also comes from shared honesty. What's incredible about this movie is how quickly Jesse and Celine, they become emotionally naked with each other, and they talk about their childhood, their life, death, fears, desires, everything in the matter of just a few hours. And why does it work? Because the night is fleeting. There is a time limit. There is a limited amount of time they can spend with each other. And in the morning, they have to part their ways. They know there is a goodbye coming, and that urgency, that time limit, brings a kind of emotional bravery that we rarely have in our real life because we all take time for granted. So if you haven't watched this movie, do watch it. Fast forward 9 years to Before Sunset. Jesse has written a novel and he's on a book tour in Europe. In Paris, he's in Shakespeare and Company, and he's doing his book reading and he's doing interviews with the journalists. Celine lives in Paris and she reads the novel written by Jesse. And when she learns that Jesse is in Paris, she goes there to meet him. Now this time they meet again, but they are older, they're wiser, and a little bit wounded. And this time is not just passing, it's pressing on them. There are regrets, what ifs, and the roads not taken. Celine says something again that cuts deep in this movie. She says, I guess when you are young, you just believe there will be many people with whom you will connect with. Later in life, you realize it only happens a few times. It's one of the most honest lines, because the older we get, the more we realize that the real connection is rare. It's not a constant stream. It's a handful of people who, if we are lucky, see us for who we really are. Sometimes we do end up meeting those people, but at wrong time. This movie shows us how time complicates intimacy. It doesn't erase it, but it adds weight, layers, distance. Their walk through Paris is more than nostalgia. It's a slow unfolding of unresolved emotion, of longing that never quite settled. The conversations in this film are charged, not with romance this time, but more truth. And once again, just talking, really talking, it's enough to shake their world. Then finally comes Before Midnight. And this one is harder. It was the hardest one to watch, actually, because it's not about the spark anymore. It's about what happens after the spark. Jesse and Celine are now a couple. They have kids and they have history, their baggages. They argue frequently. They challenge each other. There is no flirting anymore. The conversations are not flirtatious anymore, and they're constantly fighting to be seen again and again. And after one of the most rawest and human fights that you will get to see in this movie, Jesse actually says that if you want true love, then this is it. This is real life. It's not perfect, but it's real. This line that this is not perfect but real, it's an honest expression of love. It's raw, it's daily, it's unglamorous, but it is forgiving. It's choosing to stay when walking away is easier. And it's beautiful because they do end up realizing that they are for each other. They are the ones who can stand each other and who actually accept each other for who they really are. And you know, even the titles of these three movies, they're not random, they are poetic. They have a story on their own. They don't use the word after, they use the word before. And in my opinion, there is a kind of yearning in that word. Before Sunrise is about the possibility, the thrill of something just beginning before the world wakes up. Before Sunset is about longing, the golden hour, trying to catch something before it fades. And Before Midnight is about reckoning. It's the final hour when all the illusions have fallen away and what's remaining is what's real. Each title marks a threshold, a point just before transformation. And that's what connection often is, standing on the edge of knowing someone, of knowing yourself, and choosing to step in. So what does the Before Trilogy ultimately teach us about the connection? It teaches us that presence is everything. Love grows not in events, but in attention, in being where you are and who you're with. Second is, time is both a bridge and a barrier. It matures us, but it also complicates our hearts, and yet some survive it. Third is, real love is built, not found. It's not effortless, it's a daily choice. It's messy, it's imperfect, but it's worth it. The Before Trilogy doesn't give us fairy tales, it gives us mirrors. Mirrors that reflect our fears of being misunderstood, our craving to be heard, and our longing to be loved, not for who we might become, but for who we really are. If you have ever had deep conversations with someone who has shifted your soul, then you'll be able to understand the lines and the conversations in these movies. And maybe the next time you sit across from someone, your partner or a friend or a stranger, then you will remember that attention is intimacy, and conversations, real honest conversations, is what love is all about. Thank you for being here. Do tell me in the comment section which of the three movies is your most favorite. For me, it was Before Sunset. There's something so haunting about meeting someone after years and seeing what changes have happened and in what ways has this time softened you or hardened you. The conversations in this movie, they are heavy, full of regrets and unspoken love. It captures the pain of what could have been and the bravery to confront it. If you like this conversation, please do like the video. Please subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And yes, just give me your feedback in the comment section. Let me know what more kinds of topics you would like me to talk about. Because here we are not chasing noise, we are chasing meaning. Until next time, stay open, stay curious, and yes, don't be afraid to have deep conversations. All right, see you next time. Bye.